It's your girl
Black
Diamond.
Diamond.
Black Diamond.
Asian descent. Um,
Be for real.
at first they were not happy. At first they were not happy.
Let me ask you this.
However,
Go
this
ahead.
person was a God-fearing man and they got to know the person. And as a matter of fact, my mother became really good friends with this person. So it was different at first. It wasn't a likable situation.
Are you
but
being for
it
real?
became a likable situation.
Okay, so hold on 1 second.
But again, my family's dynamic is different. Now, I've seen others who had.
So, didn't your parent? Why would your grandmother look at it differently? But yet, you said accepted the black guy that you were dating eventually.
Because this was the same time that this was all going on. And when I sat down and talked to my mother about her Christian roots, I said, listen, you're willing to bring in a family from Africa. You've fed them, you've clothed them, what makes a difference if your granddaughter loves that race or your daughter loves that race? So then I had to put in perspective that Cuban race too has an African descent. And so I said, you in turn, he goes, and she mentioned, oh, well, he was white. I said, it doesn't matter. They have the African descent. Cubans have an African descent. So you birthed me as a Cuban. Even though I'm mixed, I said, what makes the difference? You're a Christian woman. You're supposed to love on everyone regardless. And then she changed moods. Her heart changed. I'm not saying she's perfect. She's not. But for me, I don't care what race. To me, it's always been, I don't care if you're black, white, green, purple. It's always been like that. I've loved on everyone. Have I been hurt by? Yes, from all races. People in general hurt. It doesn't matter what race you're from. And it is in the African community. It's in the Persian community. It's in the Cuban community. They get hurt. And that's what I think too, when they're hurt by that race is what they take and internalize and then say, okay, well now I'm racist to this particular race or I'm racist between this. But I think for me, whether I'm hurt or not, it doesn't matter because everybody's different. I've always accepted regardless.
So regardless of the fact that you just said that Cuban is a race, for one, it's a ethnicity, so it's not a race.
You're right.
So
you're
you
right.
being
I
Cuban and
apologize.
Persian would be ethnicity, so you'd be
Ethnic.
multi-ethnic.
Correct.
And then you saying that we all believe the same is a cop out. It kind of says that you don't want to focus, or you're not focusing on racial issues because you have to look at race. You have to look at color. If you don't look at color, then you're silence is compliance, basically. So, yeah. What you mean no need to correct it? You don't want someone coming around.
Child, ignore them. They in here calling us. But yes, he is correct. You would be considered ethnic.
You're right.
You would be considered like biracial. So
Correct.
yeah.
See, I work in the transportation community, and I've had a lot of people who tell me, well, I don't go in this community because of this. I don't go in this community because of that. And for me, everybody's entitled to transportation. We just had I live in Cleveland, so I don't know if any of you are in Cleveland. Some areas people don't go to. Now, for me as being white in color, at night I don't go certain areas, right? Because I could have issues. But when it comes to my clients that come and ask me, I just had a client yesterday and we were going to a particular area. I didn't decline the ride because of their color or anything like that or what area they were going into.
You do Uber or something?
I have my own transportation company.
Okay.
Yeah. I do Uber when it's slow, but I have my own transportation company, my own livery company. So I had a gentleman, ask me, and knowing his situation, I did oblige to help him to get back into his home. And most people would have declined him, unfortunately. And most people would say, you know, I charge this rate and that's it. I work with people. I don't try to take advantage of people in their time of need, if that makes sense.
What's making you say these things?
What do you mean? This is me.
Yeah, what's making you choose to say these things? A lot of things that you could say. What's making you choose to say this particular thing?
You really
About that
pointed out
particular
about
person.
your grandma. You pointed about your grandma saving Africans. I just don't know where
No,
that
my
even
mother.
came from. Oh, I'm sorry, your mother saving African little babies. That just
No, I did not say babies. I said
children,
she
people.
worked with World Relief, which people who were immigrating and got asylum would come into the country, so she would
So
house
what
them.
was your reason for bringing that up based off the conversation?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so the reasoning was,
It's
I
no
it was
man.
it was the whole reason that I said this was when it came to the racial comment or, you know, mixing or whatever, it was how my daughter had said, what if I were to be with a black man? And I said, and what was the question? So I explained that she's not racial to helping, but she had the racism if we were dating, right?
It's like you
That
said, you're doing us a favor.
no, I'm not doing a favor.
No,
That's
indirectly,
not what I
it's
said.
kind of indirectly that's tokenization of what your mother did for an African, you know, or relief
No, no,
Says
no,
what
no,
your
no.
mother did
Yeah,
have to do with
it
your
had nothing to
daughter
do
dating.
with the topic. That's what it
Understand
was. Yeah.
and take it out of context. The context was that if she could do that, she needed to rethink her thinking why she would take against her granddaughter to dating someone outside of her nationality or race or color. And so
Because
that's
she would
what
have
I was
chosen
Hey,
to have a daughter that
Layla.
was biracial.
Layla, can you hear me? I'm not sure. So,
I can hear you.
I wanted to tell you that I hear you, but like when you come on TikTok, something I have noticed myself, the comments, the people in the box, some people are going to put up pictures, some people are going to listen to respond, and some people are just going to be waiting to be seen to crack up in their camera because, you know, some people love to be seen. But when you come up here and share real
Be direct.
experiences, they interrupt you because they can't hear you. And people are cognitively delayed, not only white people, because
You
I
trying to be
believe y'all
ableist?
are. I'm not saying you're white. You said something about Cuban or something. I don't know what
It's
you
not a
are. I don't know
race.
you. But okay, Zodiac, again, listen to respond
That
and
wasn't
not really
Zodiac
hear
that
what I'm
said something, beloved.
okay,
Look at
Javon, whoever was speaking
like,
when
is
I
she
was
okay?
speaking, I
Can
wasn't
she
trying to
read?
speak
She
to
says
you.
Zodiac.
I was
Hold
speaking
on. Be respectful to her. She's trying to get her point
like you
across.
guys are so
Who's that
rude.
talking?
And like
I didn't
I
even do
don't
nothing.
Right.
if
Okay,
like,
real
I
quick
don't
now,
get
and I
why
want
you're
to see the
like I
picture
don't
real
get why
good.
you're rude and you can't hear
People
someone
agree to
out. Not
disagree.
Because
only
you're being an
me,
We're not
apologist. We don't
agreeing
care.
with her.
I'm
That's
not
all.
trying to be an apologist. I
You
don't
are
care who
done.
she is. I'm saying
Okay.
even Rose was rude to me and I wasn't even
Okay.
trying to make it about her.
You
You
just
guys all in the
speaking her
comments
truth
quick to
too.
make it about that situation. I
Okay.
came up
Jose
here
said
talking
nothing to
about
you.
the
At all.
topic
No,
because
she
I was
didn't.
in the box once they brought up the topic. I'm 28. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, but like, I don't be
I want to ask you
focusing
for
on
your
what
your
22
age.
year olds be doing with their lives like that. I got kids and stuff. And
Girl,
I
I'm
came up
3
here to
years
talk
older.
about
I'm
the
3 years
kids.
younger than you.
Javon, why are you talking?
Because you're
Javon,
irritating.
Why the
Like,
hell are
why
you
are you
talking?
talking?
let her
Oh,
finish her comment.
Like, you are just so ready to talk. Like, shut
Anyways.
up.
Girl, do you
Okay.
And none of
That's
you
not
guys
rude.
affect me
have a
like you think
That's
you
conversation?
not rude.
Be
do.
for
That
real.
wasn't rude.
Yes, that was rude. But once you
Because
trigger someone, how do you expect them to
is
act?
complaining and being an apologist. So do you have anything to comment off of what was said instead of commenting on people correcting
So,
her?
firstly,
Because
I
you're
was
being
trying to finish my story. Layla came
no
up
one cares about
and stated her
and
side,
no one went back to
and I was only
no one
talking about
cares
my
about
Play the
situation.
music. Yeah, I know y'all
So,
can't play
you
the
guys
music.
asking about all this other
wait.
stuff is
No music.
ridiculous.
Music, y'all. No music.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous and so need to be seen. The music and all that
no,
stuff, the
listen,
pictures,
no,
like, you
okay.
guys are
You're
so
not commenting
ridiculous.
on anything. You're not giving any type of like
Actually, I was talking
substance.
about my story before I was
No one
rudely
cares about
interrupted
your
by Rose.
story, obviously.
Layla came up
Leave it
Cosmic.
here to
alone.
defend me, and I
Cosmic.
wasn't even
Hold on one
talking about
second.
Layla. I was talking about my story.
Girl,
Cosmic.
I'm
Let me
address
ask
that.
you a question. Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay. Question, honey. Cosmic, do you regret dating outside your race?
Yes, I do. And that's what I was trying to explain to you guys was after doing so, I learned a lot about white people and how they move and all kinds of stuff. People make mistakes, and I was just using myself as an example. And you guys are so quick to attack. I was even nervous even telling y'all that. But I came up here to tell y'all because I felt like it was something y'all could learn from. But you know what?
Okay, so let me ask you a question. All right. So being that
Is getting a
you said
call.
that's all you're surrounded by.
Diamond, I'm sorry. I'm going to drop down because I got a phone call and my TikTok
Okay.
is messing up.
No problem.
But thank you for allowing me up, and I will come back. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So, Cosmic, being that you said that's all you're surrounded by in your area, do you think that you're gonna date again outside your race?
So I didn't he's but he is have black. I live in Santa Rosa. I don't go to the Bay Area every day. And when I go there, I'm usually going to work to make money, not to date. So, and I don't really do internet dating like. If my wife.
Yes.
I just got to. I was interrupted when I had good Wi-Fi. Okay, so I just wanted to make my point. And yes, I do like dating black men. I just don't see many of them around me, and I'm not just going to go for the first man that's available.
Cool. I feel as if you were being apologist when they were correcting and you were basically tone policing and policing what they were saying as if they were saying anything incorrect, which they weren't. They were correcting her because first of all, Cuban ain't no race. Okay, and you took it upon yourself to start defending this white woman who for some reason was bringing up African family that her mother and her father helped, which that don't got nothing to do with anything. So, that's not...
Okay, firstly, I'm glad you said that. So let me clear that up. I was stating what was going on in my life. I was rudely interrupted by Rose. Like I said, the lady came up here by herself. That was her choice. She can apologize. That's, again, her mouth. I don't control someone else's mouth. I was telling her to stop because I could see where it was going. I felt where she was coming from, but at the same time, I didn't say I agree with her. I just said I was just trying to state my story, and that was just adding to
You're
the
cognitively
situation.
delayed. You said some of the people on the panel were
It's
cognitively delayed, though. You was
reading
right, were you not?
But you guys are. I'm not
Oh,
taking
we
that
are.
back.
That's why
You
I was
guys
ruled
are.
back.
Yeah, and I said white people are too, though.
And no
Did
one
you catch
asked
that
you about
part?
your age either.
Or were you
But you
delayed on
shared
that
anyway.
part?
TheBlaqqdiamondShow.com.